It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Hey, check that.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Say, hey! Come 19!
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hawk 70.
From the gun, here's Swift. Down to about the 45. The Falcons at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They counted a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. They will run straight ahead with Swift. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. This 2nd and 4. In motion right is Addison. Play action. Stroud now. And it's caught. Touchdown Falcons. Jordan Addison. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going. A touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
On the slant, he's got Davis. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And he is going to have a Packers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
Hey, 22!
Here's Stafford. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
In motion right is Davis. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Stafford to the goal line, but it's incomplete. That's already the third time they've worked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now Stafford on third and goal. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
his first touchdown of the new season.
and the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
19, Tiger, 19.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
Rolling to his right.
Going to be taken in here by McCool.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
On first and 10, it's Swift.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. Fourth down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
On second down, Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
In motion right is Addison. Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set. They're 20. 22. Stop.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to look down before he landed to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They snap it to Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown!
Darius Davis.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Isabella now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready up.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. It's Sidney Brown with it.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford.
That's complete to Laporta.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
21.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Middle.
Throwing is Stafford. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down it goes.
Smoke Monday in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs.
32. Stop.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle. And it'll work down inside the 45.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Lewisine, and the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Again, it's Stafford. It's caught by Davis.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter.
Hey, 5-0! Double right! Hey, give me a radar. 32!
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he's got it! It's caught for a Packers touchdown!
Darius Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Isabella now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And my goodness, another interception. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Intercepted by the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with this 3-score deficit and time fading. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now Stroud. This is caught by Addison.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Higgins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
65, 65, nothing, 19.
Again, it's Stroud.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
DeAndre Swift, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
38 yards on the play. And the Packers 1st down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Stafford. Touchdown, Packers. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford.
And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Packers 31, Falcons 13.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Isabella now from his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Andy Isabella.
He will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, That theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Lewis Cine.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10. Here's Stafford. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. This offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. Sliding out of the pocket. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
That's caught inside the 20. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now it's Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Running right, here's Sanders. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Defensively, you give up the big chunk play there on the ground. Now they really have to bow up.
They certainly do, but I know how offensive linemen think. They don't care that the defense is going to bow up. They want to dominate them. They want to get into the end zone first and have the running back follow them. That's how they want to cap off this drive.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Isabella now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Here comes 2nd down. Stroud to throw it. That's caught by Addison. And he's got a 1st down here as he stops the clock, but just 16 ticks remaining. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Certainly not the best of throws that time from the rookie QB.
And now he'll need the support from the home crowd and the hometown fans because they know they've got a gem here. They know they've got a good player, but there will be mistakes along the way. They will have to show some patience in order to help him along.
Throwing here, Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't